can everybody keep quiet, just listen to the team, please?
Yeah, I think it's also, you have to give more attention because it's something you're gonna use and something you need, actually. That's why we are here and trying to do something that also makes sense for you guys. So this is the job hacks and job tech and performance tool. I will try to make it short because we are 7 people in the group, so the question, the question to audience gonna be, are you guys looking for a job, and can you make your hands if you look for a job or internship? Okay. So how you track your job application?
Use
You apply
monster.com.
probably-
Use monster.com.
Okay. What? LinkedIn? Are you clear that where you are in your job processing, how many jobs you applied, how many rejected, what are the states, all this stuff?
That is only if I take a premium.
Okay, exactly. And the next question, what are the challenges you are facing? Because the thing is, you are applying to many jobs and sometimes it's hard to track and really exactly know where you miss the momentum. Please, next. That's the motivation comes. So the idea of the product we are building, actually it's a bit more than school project. We started from the last semester and we built the version 1 and it's version 2 that I guess some of you already was presenting. So there was sufficient amount of changes we added on top of this. So basically, because of lack of time, I will not go through it, but you understand why the idea is to build something during the school that's as a school project, but take it to the next level, and that's I'm gonna also talk with that's you can go next. Yeah, that's our solution. So to track your job application, organize in a way, and then assist you to be successful. Not just to find the job, and after you find the job, to know where you stand in the market, and that's just go quickly just because of time. That's the features that we already have: email tracking, metrics, and job board view, and that's our version 2. And later, if we have enough time, we'll share the roadmap. And the next step is gonna be share and notify and prediction part. The ML AI will come. That's gonna be for our next semester job. So yeah, that's our product. That's our great team, and I can't really say more than and be proud of working with these guys. They really put enough amount of time, and you can also check our travel board is public and online. We have been at least logged 16 meetings, and we had also customer meeting. We are talking with career services ITU. Probably the next weekend we'll meet actually Joe from career services, and we will present also during the career fair. We'll have some tests as a demo, and at the same time we are talking with Professor Mamoun and Nick Tehrani, which will help us for the business side of the idea, where it will be for MBA students next semester as a capstone project, where in the end we will present to entrepreneurs in parallel what we do in development side for the MVP. That's Suhas. He's not from the school, he works at Google. He's my former housemate. We just met and come up with idea, and thanks to ITU students joined and believed the idea, and we built it product. So it's everybody clear, everybody gonna talk about their part. Yeah, we can go next, and that's our project plan. Zahra gonna talk.
So we, first of all, we started creating our project requirements, and then we just use Trello, just putting every requirement, just putting every requirement of the project as our to-do list. And then after that, when we finish the task, we just, or if we took that task and start working on it, we just put it in progress. And when it's done, we just put it done. Also, we were logging our team meetings, customer meetings, one-on-one meetings on Trello too. Team adjustment. We basically started at separating our project as possible as we can. We separated backend and frontend completely, and assigned for every part, like frontend there are 2 people, design team only 1, backend again 2 people. We actually try to give 2 people for each component, but unfortunately we don't have that many people. And And our software development approach was agile. So we had meetings every week and decide what to do and change on the fly. We didn't follow any waterfall method like strict method. And our version control, we use GitHub for that. And our project schedule, we have everything on the report, but this is our Slack weekly task part. This is our Slack logs. Every week on Thursday, whoever is working on what, we inform the team about that, and also what we finished on that week. We also inform our team members. And we also have one dinner every Sunday, a face-to-face meeting to discuss what we're working on, what we're going to do next.
It's called all hands. In case you in companies they have all hands meeting, we call it.
And now I'm going to talk about a little bit about risk management. We use the template to each time we think about that risk. What is the risk description? Who is the owner? What's the status? And likelihood and impact. This likelihood is like how likely this risk is going to happen, and impact is how it's going to impact our project if it happens. And when you multiply them, you have a score. So based on that score, you can prioritize your risks of your project. These are our top 2 risks. I'm going to talk about second one. This is still an open risk, but this is a risk for every project. It's basically companies with more money and resources can just take your idea and make a better product. But if we concern about that risk a lot, we are not going to be able to do anything. This is the thing in software world. And one of the last risks, one or more team members might leave the project. Since this is a school project, likelihood of that is just 1, but it can still happen. And our response strategy for that, we try to take backup of everybody. Like for core stuff, we try to give this task to 2 people. So they both know what's happening, who is doing what. So if one left, we know what to do. Yeah, now software architecture.
Yeah, I'm going to quickly talk about architecture. So currently it's not still that in this state because it's required obviously to run everything in cloud and resources. Now we are deploying backend in VM instance for the cost wise. But the idea is to use the Kubernetes as container orchestration, and our architecture currently supported because of REST API. Front-end, backend is stateless, and stateful we're gonna take the Postgres server as a managed service, which is kind of our architecture is similar to Twitter, which they have Django framework plus Postgres. That's for scalability reason. If let's say tomorrow we go public and we have thousands of from all over the world people are coming, we don't have scalability issue because we're gonna just increase the number of replicas containers. Of course, our cost can increase, but there is no any bottleneck because front-end guys gonna talk more details. We are using the React, which is all cool stuff. I would say that currently in the market. So that's exactly Kubernetes, what it's doing. On the hood, you add more VM instead. I'm not gonna talk, but it's good that if you go and later check it if you don't heard it, because it's really now also most of the companies, even the company I do internship running in production. So definitely check it. So that's. And there is another cool project from also Google, Istio project. This is what it's doing. It's adding security, observability, and network intelligence routing to your containers. So basically, you used to do, for example, security all this stuff, put all these to the application logic, to business logic of your application code, and then you were hitting some issues. That, for example, there is Zipkin tool you are using for monitor, and now you want to use some other tool, then you needed to change in your application code. But Istio project abstract all of you from you. It's running another container next to your application container, and you only write your application code, and everything works out of box. That's the state, and we of course gonna use continuous integration tool, etc. That's later if you are interested, we can talk more about. But for now, it's very good.
For the backend, as Satwa and Petra said, we split the front end and backend. So for now, we needed some web services for front end to interact with the database and the other services. So we created a REST API using Django and Django REST API framework. And for the, we create all the endpoints for the related features, like adding the job application, or editing it, or changing its status, or changing all things related with the job application. So for the authentication part, we use OAuth method to generate access tokens to access all REST APIs endpoints. And for the Gmail login, we also have Gmail parsing feature that parses all the job applications from your inbox. So for using that, we are gathering an access token from Google, and we are converting it to our JobTax access token to generate new token. And then we have a background task which parses the job applications from your inbox using Google's Gmail API.
So in terms of design, like Saffron mentioned in the beginning, one of our main unique feature is the board view. So each of these cards is a job that you're tracking, and you can move them around, drag job onto different columns. Each one is a stage of job application. So for example, phone screen, on-site interview, job offer, and then that view is just a detail view after you click each one job. You can see more details on the for the job. Next. And then the way we did design is use the sketch, that's like the industry standard design tool, and then upload to Zeppelin and head over to front end
So front end, we use React 16.8 to finish the UI interface. The one important thing to say is because we're using Babel, this code is being transpiled to old versions of JavaScript that allows users that are using old browsers to actually access the new features of JavaScript that we're using. Yeah, I was going to talk about the UI, but I think it's better if we talk on the demo, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
You can. You can.
And metrics part, we use each as library for metrics. We have more metrics, and maybe again better to talk about the demo part.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a lot of use cases, but just I can say is some of them is the registration use cases, login with social accounts, with DoorDash, and in job application DoorDash, and the user metrics. One of them is this is the basic one, is the registration use cases. We have also UML diagrams. This is also is the shows that up to our project works, that is start with user, and then you can log in the you can log in your username or social login, or you can register your name. The other part of that is job application list and the visual part, and you can see some statistical data about your applications, and then we can move on the demo.
Yeah, the first one. Yeah, that's currently the backend is online for front end because of security stuff we are testing. But if you go to browser jobx.com, it will work, but we disabled for now the main functionality. But you can do front end and you can test with your own application, still backend online. So there it is. Yeah, that's the main page gonna be. Yeah, can you sign in? And yeah, so basically, yeah, sign in with Google. My account gonna be sign in with Google. That's my. So it's out of box, guys. We don't do any input manual because we think it's not the way in modern stack. Like, yeah. can you, yeah, refresh? Oh. Can you log out and then sorry.
It's so hard to see actually here.
Do you want
Can we change the resolution of
hmm?
the screen?
Sorry. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, still. Okay, yeah, good. Now let's do the sign in. So,
Resolution is so
yeah, we can do more comments. Yeah, is good? Yeah, yeah, good. So basically, that's all email notification I get from. Actually, because of the idea, I was applying a bit more like this. Yeah, you can see everything comes to apply jobs, and then you can just take it and move around any company. Yeah. If, for example, if it's from bakeryhire.com or something, it will not show their logo because we are missing this data. But if it's LinkedIn, you can see that there is a logo. And if you click in one of them, yeah, you can see the company, position, date you applied, the source, and you can add the notes. For example, if you wanna call recruiter or whatever, yeah. You can delete, create, everything is there, and or if you want to change the or any update the state, yeah, you can do it as well. Yeah, you can change, delete. If you get offer, all these states dashboard gonna do for you. Just out of box, guys. Whatever Gmail account you use for applying to jobs, you go home and probably online because it will take 1 or 2 weeks more. We will try for the next week career service to have. You can try and stuff, but in case now you can go and front end try it. You can add also manual jobs because, for example, you went to company website and applied to the job. You can also do it manually, so that's also there. Basically, guys, that's a tool. I'm sure, including me, you need because the people so far we talked, everybody's using Excel. And nobody wanna input manually and check all this stuff, which is hard, but that's still beginning. There are more cool stuff we are on it, so bring it. Can you go to metrics part now? Because this is data, I'm sure you are not gonna do it manually. For example, for me, it's my case. In past year, I applied to 400 jobs, or I applied, or they come to me like data.com. So all this, that's exactly dashboard you need. For example, if you go down, after I get internship, I was so happy, I stopped. I didn't in July because I was doing visa changes. Status, that's why you see like 190, and it was also for this project, even I was getting some data. But yeah, you can see like mostly then the better guys keep pinging me over time, you can see. But otherwise I stopped because I was happy for my internship. But in case, if I was unhappy, you would see in the dashboard. And if you go down you have some other metrics.
Yeah, you can also see the sources
Yeah.
that you applied.
So that's
Yeah, this is the line graph. This also includes the total amount of your applications, month by month. We added this because in this way you can see the application trend. Yeah, the other graph is the pie chart. You can see the status distribution of your applications by status.
Which tool are you using to
Use e-charts library. E-charts. E-charts library. Graph.
And then the most cool part, you can see which positions you are applying more. I am doing the internship also in DevOps. I was also passionate for it, but you can see that I am most applied to DevOps job. That's cool side that you can see exactly by position, what were the position you were applying. That's maybe you can even later can see that which position you applied, which ones you get more response, like maybe focus you on some key things and key technologies. So it's more about knowing inside of your failures and getting something learning out of them, and then making something more smart data-driven steps. So that's idea, not just be blind on your stuff. That's this part. I think that's here. If you guys don't have questions, so basically for the project, I'm really again happy and proud of the team and really appreciate the amount of time effort they put. Sometimes even I was trying a bit more being pushy because of the kind of to not lose the momentum, but really happy that we come up and everything. You guys, just a couple things you can go and we have. You can see. Maybe you do. Yeah. We have everything in docs.jobhacks.com. That's in GitHub page. We documented so far a couple things like all the backend REST API stuff that you can come down and see. That's our main page. Yeah, that's here, docs.jobhacks.com. If you go back up, and here we have go up. So here you can go to Slack join. So from here, the only link you need to remember, docs.jobhacks.com. From there you can go to Slack, join us in Slack. We have the community channel where you can join. Yeah, you can click it to take you to our Slack channel. Then we have currently 36 people already. We have even some venture capital or something. He's interested, checking the progress going. So we are really tracking. We are very active there. So if you want to use and to contribute, that's a place to be for doing new stuff. If you go, we have also blog, but we haven't really put too much. You can click. Yeah, and that's Trello board. You can go. That's our public Trello board. We are keeping all the meetings here. Like you see, we have meet some entrepreneur and Professor Mahmoud. We are really actively talking to them about the next steps of the project, and we are also trying to go to the next step, which is Y Combinator, which is we are planning to apply. Hopefully we can get it. If not, we will do something else. But yeah, that's the last thing. Let's gonna go to our GitHub page. Yeah, just because this GitHub page, this is our GitHub page. We have 24 stuff. Please, if you have GitHub account, if you really like the idea, please go start because it will. One start is 1,500 when you go to raise money, just in case. But the idea actually to not sell your idea, but tell you guys you can come up with something and you can take your idea and right people, right tools, right process. If you have these three, you can do more than enough. So that's Job Hacks, that's our GitHub account, and what's left? So yeah, that's pretty much it. And
I think all of you are hired. All of you are hired. The whole team is hired.
Hired? Yeah. Actually, we are hiring. Actually, we are hiring. That's the idea. We are more than happy to welcome you in our team. If you want to learn, contribute, use, you are passionate. If you don't have skills, it's fine. You will get it. When we started, we didn't have either, but by time we are getting there by trying. Everybody bringing their value. And that's our roadmap actually. We're gonna build for the next, coming from May version 3. If you guys interested or AI ML, which is we are missing. If you are interested in AI ML part, you can talk to us and help us to build it. So that's here, and yeah, that's you don't need these things to remember, because if you just only thing you remember, docs.jobhacks.com. You go there, from there it will take you to the right place. So yeah, that's it. Thank you very much.
Any questions for this team? Okay. I like your work. I like your energy. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so be seated, please. Thank you.
Yeah.
So the next.